the city and what the issues are in the city. And I can tell you, in 2001, none of that existed in D.C. The private sector was doing their thing. You know, you could apply to 26 agencies in D.C. to get after-school funding. And we've narrowed that down. And so now, you know, we have a source of about $23 million that we dole out every year in our organization. Some public and some private.
All right, I'm sorry. We got some more questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
As much as we can, and
okay.
time we have a lot.
Okay.
Parent involvement, its importance, ways to engage and partner with parents, children with emotional severe issues and children with disabilities, how to include and show value for them to others. What about use of let's just go. I can't read it. Does this sound familiar to anybody?
Yeah.
What's that, Patty?
Okay. Those are three different questions. The first one is, I haven't heard much about parent involvement. So
Okay.
I wanted to hear how you're using it and engaging parents, because that's really a major part of this movement. Secondly, wondered how you were inclusive with children. It could be major emotional issues, or it could be severe disabilities, that we're doing this in an inclusive way. The third question dealt with schools are not always in the neighborhoods. The kids are going other places. How do we use or partner with other organizations to ensure that it's accessible to children and families to have these programs in non-school hours?
Okay, let's get some quick answers. How about the parent involvement? Anybody have any really successful strategies for parental involvement?
Well, because we had resources, we did a whole market research. And we had 28 focus groups, which included parents and kids. And there were some interesting results of that. And I have a 500-page report on my website if you want to download it. But also have an executive summary. But a couple of things that came out. Latino and African American parents were very different. African American parents, and we focused in on parents in public housing, did not want their kids in an after-school program in a school building. And part of the question is why? Guess why? They went to the same school. And they had problems there when they were there. And so they carried that with them. So we had to do community-based after school. Latino parents wanted the structure of after school in the school building because they trusted it, they felt comfortable. We asked single parents of boys, if we offered a parenting class, would you come? 86% of African American parents said they would come. Only 36% of Latino parents said they would come. So there's some issues there. And then the class differences was off the chart, because we also surveyed middle and upper middle class parents about after school. Their perception was they wanted a choice, they wanted arts, music, culture. Poor parents wanted academics for their kids. They're failing, they need to be in school. And that's not what kids wanted, because they were totally on the same page what they wanted, whether they were from low income or anywhere else. They wanted choice and they wanted fun. But the parents were totally different based on their income level. And so, taking all that into account, you've got to develop a parent program that addresses ethnicity, class. You got to. Now, nobody wants to talk about those things. So therefore, if you don't want to talk about them, we can't develop programs. But let's talk about them. They are huge, and it wasn't based on race. It was based on class. Black parents from middle and upper middle class communities wanted the same thing that white parents wanted. The same thing. But when you got on the other side, it was different. And so you got to look at those nuances. So don't be a cookie cutter parent involvement program, because it's very different. Go to your source, do your focus groups, and find out what parents want.
What I add to that too is your parent. If you're going to do a successful parent program, it's got to be just as intentional as the child-oriented program is. I think a lot of times we're told, okay, we got this funding, we got to do a program for kids. Oh yeah, we got to do a parent piece. The parent piece has got to be just as integral as the child piece, or it's just going to be an add-on and won't be successful.
Okay, anybody have a response to the question about emotion, kids with emotional issues and disabilities? Anybody?
Well,
and then show the value, what after-school program does for those children?
I have schools that have 30% special ed. So that's a huge piece. Now, I'll argue with you whether all those kids should be labeled, if their behavior, if they're labeled special ed. So we can argue about why kids are labeled like